universe
The
did I wake up
Master
into?
Blaster.
That's what I call him. And
I
by the
love it.
way,
I
you
love
can
it.
predict as well at some point in the game, a poll will show up. You only have until the timer runs out to comment your prediction with a hashtag SmartPowers MPL S11. One lucky commenter who guesses correctly will win a redeemable in-game code. Remember, keep an eye out for the poll and keep an eye out for some action here. Wolf, any predictive analysis on how the first 2-3 minutes of the game might go?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of healing. Oh, Agent Zero, the god of first blood, but now he had help. Oh, wait.
It's the other way around.
If I have the time, I'm going to geek it out, right? But I don't think that we will. Maybe after this game. But I just want to say, Blacklist, for the entirety of the group stages, when they play Estes, when they struggled, they have found a lot of issues like reaching level 4 for Oh My Venus. This time, what they did was an early switch. Top lane, you can see that Yue and Edward shared EXP so that they will not have to wait for 2 minutes before they switch out. And this is the solution that Blacklist is looking for.
On the day where the solution visited our hallowed grounds here, Blacklist finds a solution. By the way, who will gain more assists in this game? Ogwin or Oh My Venus? Don't forget to use the hashtag SmartPowersMPL S11 when commenting on the live stream. So, Oh My Venus might actually be able to hit level 4 potentially quicker than Ogwin. But now Flap TZ. Does this mean he'll be playing from behind, or is the quick early kill that early just something not to worry about?
If anything, it's not Flap that's actually struggling with this. It's Kyle TZ. Why's got a free camp on him because of the whole rotation up top.
I think this is... I just can't believe that Blacklist will eventually do it. There's just a long history of this. This deserves a whole video just to explain what are the semantics of what happened, what are the rudiments that happened at top lane.
Uh-oh. They're doing it again. You asked the question, will Flap TZ suffer? It looks like he will. He's not going to be part of this turtle dance as we start. Yes, I'm expecting this to be a dance. Both Wise and Kyle want first dibs on this snowball turtle. First turtle here, 2 minutes, 50 seconds in, full reset. Yue with the RWM, very low, few, just going out. Edward gets the ride on him. There's an electro final blow into the back line, the heal coming in from Ogwin. Edward, Agent Zero takes down the idol of the kids, and that's going to be another kill for Blacklist.
And because of that, look, there's Fredrin in the jungle of Bren, but that's not Bren's Fredrin, and Blacklist got more kills around that turtle pit, which is still up.
Oh, this is such a... Wow, Blacklist just did their homework. You can see that instead of fighting around the turtle, they just held on to it and team fought. They did not take out the turtle. This time, Weiss is going to walk into the turtle with a level ahead of Kyle TZ because of how much monsters or creeps he took away from Brent's jungle. And they are just going to hold on to the turtle. They don't need it. All they need was to farm. And now Blacklist is leading by 1,500 in gold.
Oh, contest Kyle TZ. Not by contesting the turtles, but by contesting his jungle when he doesn't even know what's happening.
That's 4 members of Blacklist right on top of Kyle. Here comes Flap TZ for the response. Oh My Venus, the heal. Very low turtle, about 1/10 of its health. Wise secures it. Flap tried. But then again, Blacklist now growing that lead to about 2K.
Yeah, it looks like this will continue to balloon, Wolf, as the lead and the levels between the two junglers are starting to form a noticeable gap. Kyle TZ still about to hit level 6, a quarter of the way there. But I agree with you. Blacklist did their homework in terms of how to rotate, but ow.
Oh, pressure on this carry. Ow, stunned very, very quickly. Oh, Bren knows that they can force it.
Yeah, you know, I've seen a lot of Blacklist games, and, you know, to the point where I study them. This is a different rotation. Whatever they're doing, it's so totally different. Oh.
When we were thinking, usually we think of picks in terms of something new. This time Blacklist is showing a new rotation, contesting the orange.
Here it is. About 1/3 of its health left in retribution range. Wise not going to force the issue. Let's Kyle get a buff. See how interesting I use my words? Let's Kyle get his buff. The first 4 minutes of this game, Wise was calling the shots.
I will allow you. This is yours for now. A terrifying thought. We were talking about these two junglers, the power between these two. About to hit level 5 here. Some items rolling in already. I think I saw an Ice Queen Wand at the hands of US Eve.
Yeah. So what now? What happens now for Bren Esports is that there's just really no contention that they can do around all of these big objectives unless they win a team fight. That should be their goal right now. So you are really seeing what the Blacklist International have prepared for against Bren Esports. The pattern of what they're doing, it's totally different from what they are doing in the group stages. This Blacklist just coming up prepared for Bren Esports.
Uh-oh.
Will he commit the real-world manipulations? 3v2.
Oh, they timed it well. Blazing the wet, an early pull from Super Marco. Ogwen very low, gets taken down underneath tier 1. Now Wise coming in from the back line, forcing out an early BMI from Marco. He does survive. Few from the back line, finds V. Doesn't let him go. The Queen still stands with the heal and the ult. Oh, and Owl pushes his whole time. Blacklist International have bought so much time across the map. Now they're going to make a visit towards the Turtle Pit. Can Blacklist seal it away?
Oh!
Wise takes the turtle! And Kyle Deasy has Agent Zero on him. This Lancelot might not be long for the world. Can Flapdeasy save his jungler? The answer is no. Wise takes another head. Bren Esports are out of their tempo.
Absolutely. They have double healed now with, of course, the Florin ultimate and the Estes ultimate. But so far, nobody can stay in front. So this is where the weirdness starts from Bren Esports. They decided to go for a Benedetta, which is not a tanky hero. They wanted to go for sustain. Surely, you want to stay in front of Blacklist International, but no hero will be staying in front, right?
They
There's
need
no
the peel.
tanker.
They need the peel.
Yeah, they
So
don't have
weird.
it. It's quite divey, quite messy. While Blacklist is a quite static formation. You know what they're going to be doing. And they do it so well that Bren will expectantly struggle as they want to hold on to this mid lane turret. And it seems like Blacklist have solved, you said the magic phrase earlier, Leo, have taken Bren out of their tempo. The key to victory earlier for Bren was flex your aggressive tempo. Bren can't flex anything because Blacklist said it from minute 1. Nay, second 25.
Now we see Blacklist just taking control again. They don't have to force anything. They are playing to their tempo. They're waiting for Owl, and Owl might have said yes. Flapdeasy going in for the forward flicker. Flapdeasy does survive, gets his life, keeps it, but just for now. But still, everything still belongs to Blacklist.
The benefit of having a global heal coming out from Oakland, but all that gave to Bren Esports is just a little bit of time. Now Blacklist International are going to be pressuring top lane once again because what they know is that Super Marco is the only win condition left for Bren. And if they do shut down Super Marco, there's nothing left.
And here's a big skirmish inside the purple pit of Bren Esports. RWM from both sides. And looking for a grab. Oh, just pandemonium in here. Blazing Duet coming in from Super Marco. All the targets hit, but just like that, Oh My Venus heals up the rest of Blacks International. No dice. Bren take no one down.
Everybody's just sustaining themselves. Well, that is the power of the Florin, of course, and the Estes. That is actually very surprising that Bren Esports lasted for that long. You can see that even after trailing behind, they still have some shots.
Oh, and from the turtle, they make a beeline straight for the purple. And right in front of Kyle Deasy, spending his retribution, Wise commits Grand Theft Purple.
Not enough damage just yet in the books for Bren. Actually, it was after that long engage where we saw Super Marco just got to build the golden staff, so he didn't have it there. I'll flap few Venus up top as Bren tries to hold on to their top turret. Here comes Yue. Looks like Blacklist might be able to break it here.
A two-man defense sent in by Bren Esports. The RWM keeps Flapdeasy and takes him down. Here comes Ogwin to the response. Few with an RWM of his own. Owl forcing the issue, gives the kill up to Wise. Few goes down. Now on a Brazer's Wrath, point blank on the Super Marco, taking down the gold laner from Bren Esports.
So many mistimed ultimate spells coming out from Bren Esports. First, the ultimate coming out from Ogwin, not saving Flapdeasy. Then they fought, and then after the BMI, you can see that Wise is just on point with a taunt, and he uses the ultimate. You can see it happening from a mile away, but you don't really know how much damage it will deal. But because of the lead that Wise already amassed against Super Marco, the levels are there and the damage was there. Blacklist International on a tear against Bren Esports.
Sweet revenge against the Bees. So what I mentioned earlier for Blacklist International, it's only game number 1, but right now Bren is killless. No kills secured. They only got a tower up top. Blacklist have been controlling this game, and with controlling the mid and the jungle, they've controlled the pace in which Super Marco can farm.
A little bit of a requiem though, some redemption for Kyle DZ. He does get the purple, but at what cost? That tier 2 down bottom might as well have been taken down by Wise. Just the same. The past minute of silence, I believe, has been just excruciating for the Hive. Bren is getting nothing. Again, Reptar, you mentioned it. Nothing.
Bren, I always thought Bren Esports as one of the teams that really solved the Ube strategy. But then Blacklist have just brought it back, and they're now dominating as they continue to do so, taking away another buff away from Kyle TZ with the Lord up.
Poor Kyle. Blacklist can just make a call to go for the Lord here, and Bren would be the better, the smarter to not contest.
Yeah. I think the last 2 picks of Bren Esports looked really like a pocket strategy, and maybe we have put so much trust on Bren Esports when they did pick it up. But now, you're going to see it in practice. Flap TZ's Benedetta isn't doing anything. Even after his death, right? You're gonna think that maybe he can do something for the team. But if you think about it as Bren Esports lineup as a whole, composition as a whole, he does not achieve anything apart from like clearing the waves. Because somebody has to be in front.
Uh-oh. Threatening the kill on a Master Blaster, Ogwin. He gets out of dodge, spending that flicker. Blacklist with their trademark Ube. Moving as one, crossing that river, going straight for the Lord.
Pretty sure Ube is also the flavor of ice cream glue. That's the new skin, and I know it's not ice cream, but I might as well just call it ice cream glue.
Yeah.
You're hungry.
Yes, I am quite hungry. Super Marco, by the way, still hungering for gold, but was finally able to build the corrosion size. So that's 3 main items already. Is this enough, or does Bren need to turtle it out even longer?
For sure. I think that they have to turtle it out. Like, super duper late game. That's my answer to you. Fortunately, they have a lot of weight here because of the Benedetta as well as the Claude. But until they get all of the items up, until they get immortalities up, I don't think that Bren Esports can really match up against Black. This is such a strong comp that Blacklist has right now.
Oh man, I see exactly what Wise and Edward were doing. They were baiting Kyle DZ to commit to the orange, but that won't happen. Owl almost takes down Flap DZ, almost single-handedly, with the Queen down south, going ahead and making sure that her gold laner doesn't go down. Look at Super Marco. I wonder if Owl knows there's an RWM coming in. Down goes El Cuago del Loco. He muerte, fam.
4-1 trade. Kyle TZ was left alone in the Lord, but Bren Esports found the key target in the Quago, and Bren Esports have found a lot of space up top.
And credit to the idol of the kids, man. Legendary few. Utilizing that real-world manipulation to its full effect. Of course, they punish the overextension coming out from Owl, but you can see that the way that Few used the edges of the real-world manipulation to lock down Owl. So masterful.
And Owl had no business. He's not running a Purify. He couldn't get out of there even if he had the flicker. So now, we'll see how far that takes Bren Esports. It's a little bit of redemption, a little bit of consolation.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's enough to help him contest his Lord.
It's not going to be that case.
Yeah.
I guess that what they bought here is time for the split push.
Oh, Kyle DZ, put that half health. RWM coming in from Few. Very low, Kyle DZ. Not going to survive. Agent Zero gets the kill. Now the Lord in retribution range. There's an Electro final blow. Look at the top lane coming in from Super Marco. Marco, what are you doing? Pulling the page out of Betty Cutie's book. Oh, not quite so, says Owl. And yes, Bren Esports gets a penetration, but Black gets Lord.
Man, I was gonna criticize Bren Esports for fighting under that Lord fight. Because I honestly thought that Bren Esports made a mistake, but that wasn't the case. It was a part of the plan all along. Kyle TZ might have died, but Super Marco achieved a very important objective. Taking out one inhibitor turret means that now they can control the minions much better.
The team that has been playing behind since 25 seconds was the first to break down an inhibitor turret, but Blacklist looking for revenge here in the mid and here with the siege.
The waves are crashing in from Blacks International. Up top, that's a Luminous Lord. It will crash on through this inhibitor. Let's see Bren looking for the defense. Wise, the front liner. He's put down to a third of his health. Mid lane in jeopardy. Owl coming in. Flap trying to cut the line here. Kyle TZ as well, drawing lines among the members of Blacks International. Super Marco taking down the Lord. An inhibitor falls down in mid as well. Blacklist. I believe that's mission successful.
Absolutely.
Oh, Bren Esports gold laner. Their condition is met. He has the items they need to deal damage.
Oh.
But he's black!
An RWM coming in from Yue, and there's like a final blow. Flap trying to stop this push, but they're not gonna stop. No minions coming in. Blacklist calls it off.
What a play there by Black, and it's sent back Super Marco couldn't maximize the blazing duet.
Still going, and the waves are still coming, and Bren is still holding on.
Yeah, and both teams are just so good at team fighting. You see that bottom lane, US started the ultimate. Real manipulation was actually greatly timed, but Bren Esports had Ogwin's ultimate to survive, and Super Marco also got away. Nobody died in that skirmish, and no turret died as well in the bottom lane. Well, it is true that Blacklist International will have the macro advantage since they have more map control, courtesy of taking out 2 inhibitors. But Bren Esports, after pushing that top lane, means that they kind of equalized in one lane. You can see that they are behind by 7,000, but it's not impossible for them to mount a comeback.
Can they? It's the biggest question. Almost 8,000 behind, 35 seconds until the Lord spawns. One of the biggest things that has been giving Bren problems is the fact that, yes, other than just his farm, but in combat, in a fight, Edward and the rest of Blacklist, it is led by Edward's glue, has been completely disrupting KalTZ's flow of dashing in and dashing out, forcing him to use Thorn Rose way too early, Phantom Execution, just to avoid getting controlled. They're layering their crowd control abilities onto a Lancelot incredibly well.
And there's not much iframes KalTZ can play with. It's so difficult, man. And to think that his XP laner, FlapTZ, is more like a scalpel, while Agent Zero, Edward, is a sledgehammer. The fact that Bren Esports is still in this is utterly impressive.
Yeah, they're doing it by trying to win team fights that they by playing off map.
Ogwin walks into an almost deadly bush, but it's not going to happen so quickly. Not like that. FlapTZ forces one. Super Marco coming in from the back line. RWM coming in from Yue. And Marco might take down Oh My Venus. Down goes the Queen. London Bridge has fallen. It's a 4v5. Phew. Taken down. The RWM canceled quickly. Here comes KalTZ. Facing off against Edward. Oh, wow. There's some breathing room for Bren.
And that was a well-executed sandwich play. Because of the gank from Super Marco, it forced Edward away from helping Wise in the Lord. It looked like a free one for Wise, but KalTZ was also there to contest. And now because of everything that happened, now Bren Esports are in prime contention position for this Lord as Super Marco pushes down bottom.
Let's see if that's going to happen. There's a push down bottom, and in mid, a skirmish. Yue with the RWM. Marco with the push. Down goes Ogwin. Look at FlapTZ. Just dashing on through the 2 and 3 members behind that wall. Now it's just Few and KalTZ. And Marco is still just pushing. Is this a deja vu of the same gambit from earlier? Albeit, might be a little too expensive.
Very, very expensive. Now they won't have Benedetta to clear out the mid lane. Surely they will have Kyle. No immortality for both of these players from Bren.
Oh, they're holding on. Marco, a tenth of his health. No minions. Bren Esports still in this. Blacklist, though, they are a complete lineup. They're going to go straight for this evolved Lord.
Blacklist International have found a way to keep the lead in their hands while Bren Esports continue to send Marco down bot. What will Blacklist do? Edward will be able to recall back. Free Lord for Blacklist.
Too easy, and now for Bren Esports, all they need to do is to clear out the minions, maybe cut some waves. But Blacklist International are always deadly with the Lord push. You're gonna have to be very worried, and it is going to be the mid lane. You can see Owl already ushering the minions up top so that it will be a two-pronged attack. And Edward also into the bottom lane. Somebody has to attend to the side lanes before they engage in the mid lane. Otherwise, Blacklist will just win this by sheer power. They are going to be treating this Lord like a battering ram against the gates of Bren Esports.
At 9 minutes, that 8k gold lead is still massive. Like, you know you're outgunned.
Oh, Few showed himself.
Oh, no. Spends that flick.
Carry!
And he has the carry ult. This Valentina not long for the world. That's a 4v5, maybe even a 4v6 as the Lord is still standing. Look at KalTZ struggling to clear the waves. The Lord will eventually go down. And KalTZ in no man's land. He's far from his teammates. Oh, the waves are crashing on through. FlapTZ just attacking each wave, each member. Oh, Yue with the RWM. KalTZ just dashing on through. Blazing to Spenten already by Super Marco. Ladies and gentlemen, Bren Esports will lose this defense. Blacklist draws first blood.
1-0 for Blacklist. Folks, This is Blacklist International's first game win against Bren Esports this season, and they do it in dominating fashion in the playoffs.
They also did it with their signature picks. You can see the glue priority coming out from Blacklist International with the Eve. They get the first blood on it.